We just need a couple more minutes of your time. And there's food and snacks and refreshments. So if you can, please hang in there. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome to the stage the person who really had the vision for all of this. And when I say all of this, I mean globally all of this. I met Priti through a very typical, normal path, head lice. Head lice, right? That's how you make relationships, through head lice. And we shared a trainer for a period of time on King West. And then she came to my school where I was a principal to talk about head lice and gave me packages of information. And then a friendship was born, and a connection to this community was born. She is literally a change maker. She is the brains behind our operation, along with Sandra and the other members of the board. But this is the person that I would walk to the ends of the earth and back for every day. So Priti, come forward.
Wow. That was a lot. And I just don't mean the panels and the discussions and the packed schedule that we had today. Thank you guys for hanging on. I mean what we held together. This was so special. We held stories. We held emotions, truths that don't usually make it to conference schedules. We held also the uncomfortable stuff, and also the hopeful stuff. And we didn't look away. You didn't just sit in those chairs, you showed up, and that is so important. Fully, imperfectly, bravely. You brought your lived experiences, you brought your questions, and maybe even some doubts. Like, is it even safe for me to speak in a forum like this? I know that feeling. I grew up being a victim of circumstances. I never put my best forward. I always shrunk. The stigma, the silence, the trauma. And earlier this year, my son had signed me up for a leadership academy. And that was a turning point. That was transformative. For the 5 weeks that I was there, every other weekend that I attended it, you were just almost forced to shed all the trauma that you had. And I could see people getting hysterical the first day, and I said, why can't I be like that? And then I realized into the third week that it was my trauma, that it just kept me in that capsule. I just couldn't open up because it was so deep. And after I was able to shed that and open up, I had a panic attack because it was just something I couldn't deal with. And I was hospitalized. And my daughter came here 2 days later after that. She says, Mom, what's going on? But you know what? That was the turning point for me. It was almost like metamorphosis, from a caterpillar to a butterfly, because now I hold no fear. I could never ask people for funds because I never thought that the organization was good enough. But guess what? Now we're adding so much value. And when I see all of you around and a day like this, I feel, oh my God, we must be doing something right. So that's what we're building at Obesity Matters. It's not just education or advocacy. It's where people can feel empowered and loved, and also get loud, right? With love. So to our speakers, to our wonderful speakers, thank you. You brought more than just expertise and wonderful singing and dancing, but at the end of it, you brought humanness. Humanness, because data does not change people, but stories do. And that's what we had today. Lots and lots of stories. And we heard such unforgettable ones. To our sponsors, A&A Clinical Research, Bosch Health, Novo Nordisk, to our wonderful partners, Trained with D, you've been there handing out gifts. We've got Skinopathy. They have an event on vitiligo coming up soon. So thank you all the partners over here. Thank you all the sponsors for really making this possible. But you know who's most important? It's the team. I have an incredible team. My co-founders, my advisors, my wonderful team, Ruby and the team, and all of you, Sandra, Sandy, Andrew, Jillian, all of you, you're so special. And you know what? Nothing could have happened with all your help. You are the heart. You kept things going. And you know, my daughter Aisha is here today, and Ruby, you guys know when I get stressed, I'm not the best person to be around. Yes, everyone knows I get a little bit cranky, but nobody can see that, I hope. So really, let's be honest that I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. But this is what I really want to say, and I'm going to take this page from Brené Brown. You know, I'm very scared of public speaking, so she's been my bit of a motivation, that we're here to really be present today. You don't need a 5-year plan. You don't even need to know your next step. But if something moved you today, don't ignore it. If you felt a crack open, sit with it. If you felt a sense of belonging, nurture it. Because we don't heal in isolation. We heal in community, that's just it. And this was community. So as we wrap up, go home and rest. Think about what we said today. Tell somebody what moved you today. Write it down. You all have notepads now, and carry it with you. And when life gets messy, that word messy middle or messy, just remember this room. Remember that being vulnerable is not a weakness. It's courage in action. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Thank you for being real, for being the heart of this movement. We're just getting started. Be well, stay open, and never forget, you matter just as you are. So what's next? No, can we get the next slide? Sorry, guys, you just noticed, so there's a couple of things happening that's coming up. Do we have another slide? Okay, yeah. This was supposed to be on while I was talking, but no problem. We'll go on to the next one. That's all our community. Those are our sponsors. Oh, I should have used the clicker, right? That's my fault, sorry. I got carried away. Those are our sponsors, and the next one, please. Okay, so I heard this a few times about our Om Wellness Workshop. It's a year-long program. Every 2 weeks, we have a virtual event where people from all over Canada and beyond come. We have an educational program. We've had people like Dr. Sandy Van, Dr. Jillian Mandich. Can't wait to get Dr. Macklin on that. And every 2 weeks, we have Sandra giving support sessions, so it's free to join. Sign up for that. And then our next in-person event is going to be the Changemakers ceremony and award ceremony on November the 13th at the Lionhead Golf Club in Brampton. So I'm telling you about this now. You will get more messages. And also, if you guys want to nominate anyone, we'll be sending you guys categories in the mail. If you nominate anyone, we will definitely consider, but that's going to be our next in-person event, so we look forward to seeing you there. And just to wrap up, there were some surveys on your table, but if you can just take a few minutes to fill a survey, let us know how you felt today and how we can improve and what we can do next. So now we have a networking event. There's some appetizers. I know it's been a long day, and I appreciate all of you who've stayed back. And until next time, bye-bye. We are family. So we always start with singing and we end with singing. So we're going to get people on stage.